Rhett Griffen walked down the sidewalk toward the salon in all his 6'2" glory. His jeans hugged his legs like God himself painted them there. His t-shirt wrapped around thick biceps and hung loose around his waist. But best, or possibly worst of all, were his hazel eyes, staring right at me, stealing all the breath from my lungs. "Oh, hell no," I said. Rhonda turned and stared at me like I'd kicked a kitten. "Language, dear. Sorry, it's just, you know our history. Are you sure you don't want to take him?" I asked. With a knowing look, she said, "This is a test, Maggie. Can you take care of every client in this town the way I would? If not, I'm afraid I'm not sure what you're doing here." I gritted my teeth together. This 6-month trial period wasn't going to be a walk in the park. Rhonda was going to make me work for this opportunity. I took a deep breath as he approached the door. "Of course I can take care of him. Scissors would help."
If looks could kill, I'd be a pile of ash blowing down the sidewalk. But even with that stink on her face, Magnolia Ray Gibson was beautiful as always. She had her dark brown hair pulled back off her neck, showing earrings shaped like a pair of saguaros. Soft pink lipstick made her lips that much more appealing, and years had curved and shaped her body in a way that had my hands itching to reach out and hold her. Knowing I couldn't, I pushed my way through the door and then kept my hands hooked to my pockets just in case. "Rhonda, Mags, aren't you a sight for sore eyes?" Rhonda fanned her face. "Aren't you a charmer?" I smiled back at her, but my eyes quickly slid over to Maggie. The passing years hadn't changed my attraction to her, and just like back then, I felt like a planet spinning around her, just begging for an ounce of sunlight. But seconds passed as I waited for Maggie to say something, acknowledge the fact that we were seeing each other, talking face to face for the first time in years. Instead, she said, "My chair's this way." Right. She was still pissed. I couldn't say I blamed her. Rhonda gave me a knowing smirk as I followed Mags back to her chair, trying to keep my eyes above the sway of her ass. "Sit," Maggie commanded. "Yes, ma'am," I said, lowering into the chair in front of her. She scoffed but didn't comment, instead getting a cape, flaring it out angrily like she was showing down a bull in Spain, and put it around my neck just a little too tight. "How's that?" she asked, her voice dripping with syrup. "If you want to choke me, you need to buy me dinner first," I replied. Her cheeks heated bright red, and I held back a grin as she loosened the collar. "What do you want me to do?" she asked. "Now that you mention it, I'm thinking you and me at dinner sounds good. I could pick you up after work today." She gave me her signature glare in the mirror, and even though we'd both aged, it was the same Mags I remembered. The one who appeared in my dreams night after night, no matter how much time went by. Fire in her eyes, passion in her heart, and she looked cute as hell all the while. She blinked at me innocently. "I'm sorry, I've never heard of that hairstyle, but then again, I've never been to the state of delusion." I smirked. "Guess you're the professional. Whatever you say is all right with me."